Reya El-Salahi.
BBC Radio Nottingham.
Jamaican dancehall star Vybz Kartel hit headlines this week with a controversial new look. The musician was pictured looking extremely lighter skin than usual and in an interview admitted to using the skin lightening product cake+soap. When criticised, he likened skin bleaching to hair straightening and cosmetic surgery, saying, and I quote, that when black women stop wearing wigs and weaves, and when white women stop getting lip injections and implants, then I'll stop using cake+soap. But is it really as simple as that? Well, earlier this afternoon I spoke to a young woman who lives in Nottingham but originally comes from the African island of Mauritius, and she admitted to using skin lightening products and has done so for quite some time.
The first time I used it, I can't really remember exactly how old I was, but I would probably say around 16 or 17 years old. And it was because my cousin had actually introduced it to me when I was over in Mauritius, and she sort of said to me, well, you know, why don't you try it? And I didn't really consider that there was anything wrong with my face. It was more kind of the case of trying to make your skin appear a little bit fairer. So what the skin bleaching cream actually does is it dyes the small hairs on your skin to sort of camouflage with your skin tone, because as a lot of darker skinned people would know that you have black hairs, rather than whereas like Caucasian people have, like, they can have blonde hairs or brown hairs.
You mentioned that the first time you used this was in Mauritius. Is that because you can't buy this product in England?
At the time you couldn't, because when I was over there and I started using it, once I came back, because I was over there on holiday, once I came back I went to have a look in the supermarkets and I couldn't find any, and then I did go and have a look in specialist African shops to find it. I think I found one or two, and I bought one, and obviously it had to last me for a long time, but then after a few years I then noticed that you could go into chemists and pharmacists and buy it, so it made it a lot easier for me to then use it a lot more regularly.
Does it not worry you that you might be damaging your skin in the process?
Yes, it worries me a lot. I do worry about that, and to be honest, a lot of people tell me that, because I have a couple of friends here who, when I told them that I did that, they were very kind of shocked. When I was a teenager and I started using it, it was more to kind of, you know, look fairer and impress the boys. Every time I did go back to Mauritius, a lot of girls in Mauritius were using it. It's almost like a trend there, and it's so easy to get. You just go into the corner shop and you can buy it. So that's why I sort of kept using it here.
In this case that's hit the headlines this week with Jamaican dancehall artist Vybz Kartel, he likened the use of these skin lightening and skin bleaching products to straightening your hair, to using hair dye, to using everything from cosmetic surgery to wearing wigs and weaves. Would you say it's on the same level?
Yes, because it's become a routine for me now. I do straighten my hair and dye my hair, and obviously I find that regular. So yes, I do find that regular. But again, it's just one of those things that now I am worrying about the longevity of using it for so long, whether it is going to damage my skin.
Does it worry you that people might say it's a form of self-hatred, perhaps, that you're scared of your own skin colour and you're playing into an idea of Western beauty? Does that ever bother you?
Not really, because, I mean, first of all, it's not something that I go around telling everyone about normally, so it's not really a conversation that comes up.
When you have children, will you show them about bleaching products and skin lightening products, or will you teach them that their skin is beautiful the colour it is?
I will definitely not be encouraging them to put any sorts of chemicals on their face, hair, or anything like that. So probably not. I think it's one of those things that as a young person I'm going through, and I want to be enhancing my look. It's just, to me, like I said, it's like somebody dyeing their hair. They just want to enhance their look, they want to change their look. So it's more to do with that, really, rather than me not being comfortable in my own skin. To be honest, actually, there was a time when I was very young, preteen, if you want to call it, where I used to come home. I went to a predominantly white Caucasian school, and I used to come home and cry to my mum about why I'm so different to my friends. There was a point where I did always want to be white.
So are skin lightening products nothing more than a fashion fad? What do you think? Should we start worrying when a famous dark-skinned musician's condoning the use of these skin bleaching products? Well, Charlie Mackenzie from Nottingham's African and Caribbean community radio station joins me now. Should we be worried?
I think we should definitely be worried. I mean, me personally, Reya, growing up, my views has changed towards skin lightening products. When I was younger, I was kind of led to believe that lighter skin, you'll be more successful and you're more beautiful and you're more accepted in society. And I can honestly say when I was younger, I'm easily the darkest member of my immediate family, and not my immediate family but other members of my family made me feel like I was less beautiful because I had darker skin. So I did think, oh, maybe if I had skin like my sisters, I'd be more successful, more beautiful, more accepted. But growing up in society and listening and watching politics and listening to certain people, and even hearing that poor young girl speaking then, makes me feel so sad that society has made her hate herself that much to the point where she has to make herself look more white.
Well, as you heard her talking there, she said that she feels these products are similar to straightening your hair. And us women love our makeup, we love hair straightening, we love it all. Is there really that much of a difference? Vybz Kartel likened these products to getting cosmetic surgery.
Yeah.
I think he makes a fair point.
I agree. I completely agree. I am a strong believer in not wearing hair weaves. I mean, I do have my hair in extensions, but I intentionally make my hair not look too European because I want to keep the African Caribbean look, the part of me in my hair and my appearance. I would never ever straighten my hair or put a weave on because I do liken it with skin lightening. I really do.
This story got everyone talking this week, and you clearly feel really strongly about this.
I do, yes I do.
Why does it bother us so much when black women widely wear wigs, widely wear weaves, widely straighten our hair? Why does skin lightening stand out as the one that really bothers us the most?
I think it's because as African Caribbean people in Britain, we've come so far, and people like Vybz Kartel who are lightening the skin are putting us back steps and steps and steps, and it's embarrassing to people who have come this far and they've come in society and they've got good jobs, and they're looking at Vybz Kartel saying, yeah, I'm using skin lightening products. It's just basically, it's a slap in the face to where we've come in society.
Well, whether you agree or disagree with Jamaican dancehall star Vybz Kartel on the use of skin lightening products, the reality is that these creams are still widely used throughout the world. So if you choose to use these products, what damage, if any, are you doing to your skin? Bevis Mann from the British Skin Foundation joins me now. Bevis, are these skin lightening products all that dangerous?
They certainly can be. They certainly have the potential to be quite damaging, depending on what's inside them. What we've come across on quite a few occasions now is that what we find in these products and what gets tested and what comes out is pretty much anything from mercury through to high-dose steroids to banned substances that shouldn't be in these products in the first place. So in terms of the side effects, they can range from anything from fetal abnormalities, so this will apply to people using the products if they're pregnant, through to hyperpigmentation, so extreme darkening of the skin, as well as permanent skin bleaching. So the effects can vary as much as the ingredients inside them, and at the end of the day, what comes out the other end in terms of your skin might actually be worse than what you started off with.
Early this afternoon, we heard from a young woman who uses these products and was first introduced to them in Africa. But since coming back to Britain, she's still used them and still purchased them here. How widely available are these products throughout Britain?
They are available, mostly under the counter. And essentially you've kind of got to know where to look really to get hold of them.
Does it worry you when a well-known celebrity, in this case Vybz Kartel, condones the use of these products?
From what I've read, he's had quite a bad experience perhaps, and subsequently in that respect, from our perspective, it's not too bad at all in terms of him being able to share his experience with us. Certainly from the British Skin Foundation's perspective, we would recommend that people wouldn't use these kind of products in the first place, simply because, and I'll have to say this again, it is such a big unknown in terms of what you're putting on your skin and also what kind of effects it could have on you and potentially unborn children.
Bevis Mann from the British Skin Foundation there. And final word to you, Charlie. If you could have a word with Vybz Kartel in his ear, what would you say?
I'm more thinking to have a word with that young girl who was speaking to. I think like with Vybz Kartel, he's a grown man. He should know he's living in Jamaica. He should have more self-esteem in himself. And for that young girl, that really broke my heart to hear her say that about herself, that she's come back and she's still searching for the products, and she tell her kids not to use the products, but she's using them herself. She's set an example, and I felt really sorry for her. I'd love to speak to that young girl.
Is the problem with the black community or something wider?
I think it's something wider, to be fair. I think it's society. I think it's how the media portray light-skinned black people, or even just Caucasian people in society.
So what do you think is going to stop people using these products?
It's just loving yourself. That's what it is. Loving yourself, accepting that you are black and it's not a bad thing.